ICE. That's coming from the PFN. Lagos politician killed during APC rally. Ogun Assembly proposes 3-year imprisonment for open grazing offenders. And also, tension as Delta police shoots man dead. Label him a robber. More headlines from Punch newspaper this morning. From the metro side, Sikh IDP inmate laments neglect in Nasarawa as food shortage mounts. Edo police rescue 6 kidnapped victims, arrest 2 suspects. And also from the politics side of Punch newspaper this morning, you need my local government votes to win Rivers governorship election. That's coming from Wiki. And finally from here, Idel Kabir Yari donates 575 cows, 800 rams to Zamfara APC members.
And from Delhi Trust, bandits abduct 9 Kaduna residents, demand 180 million naira ransom. How mop up by agencies, neighboring countries pushes food prices up. When UN Deputy Secretary General Amina makes case for transition to ranching, seek to empower states to declare public holidays. That you can also find from Delhi Trust. Buhari criminals won't go unpunished. Dreadful COVID-19 variant detected in Nigeria. 5 killed, 4 injured in Lagos about a road accident. Ganduje appoints new chairman for State Anti-Corruption Agency. Open grazing to attract 3-year jail term as Ogun Assembly passes bill. Buhari offers fresh appointment to Jega. Mago rejected as PSC promotes senior officers. Let's see some more from the Guardian newspaper. Federal government to increase beneficiaries of schools feeding program in Enugu. Reps probes 1.3 trillion naira Port Harcourt Maiduguri railway line contract. Aid absolves Okowa of opposing zoning. In Delta, 1 dies, others rescued in Lagos Island collapsed building. Youth protest as kidnapped as bandits kidnap 15 nursing mothers, elderly. Wike cautions Cuba aspirants against blackmail. Let's see some more. Matawali lawyers weigh PDP's chances as party goes to court. One more here. Federal government to clamp down on Arik by Courtney as debts hit 37 billion naira.
I'll take headlines from Daily Post. NCC rejects report that Nigeria recorded 3 million new lines in the first quarter despite ban on sale of SIM cards. Chinese firm allegedly maltreats, inflicts injuries on Nigerian workers. On insecurity, Nigerian government overwhelmed. Buhari APC berated Jonathan from the Christian leadership. Zamfara governor signs autonomy bill for judiciary and legislature. Pope Francis, UK, Canada reacts to killing of Haiti's Moise. And Buhari reacts as Boko Haram attack Dabna kills many in Adamawa. Also on Biafra, it's not by force to stay together. Grants Indigbo referendum, Kano tells Buhari. And 1 or 2, organic cleanup, Niger Deltans unable to drink, fish, lawmakers cry out. And finally from here, Adamawa, boss Mustafa reacts as Boko Haram attacks Dabna kills many.
And from Premium Times, Senate committee begins screening of Loretta Onoche. Crisis erupts in Imo Assembly. Speaker suspends 6 lawmakers. Terror as kidnappers break walls to take away residents from homes in Kaduna. And COVID-19, Nigeria records first case of most transmissible Delta variant. We'll be back after this break.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́rìndínlógún.
Ọ̀rẹ́, èmi ló dé tó ń fọ́kúlò rẹ.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́tàdínlógún.
Ọmọ, dá mi lóhùn.
Lẹ́yìn nǹkan tó ṣe fún mi lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá yẹn, èmi náà máa ra DSTV tèmi.
Ẹ ṣé torí náà ló ṣe wá ń ṣe àpamọ́ owó rẹ jọ. Tó o bá ti gbọ́, yálà ẹgbẹ̀rún méjìdínlógún lé ní ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà náírà. O lè ra DSTV tuntun fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà.
DSTV Biggie Goals promo ní gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó àrà ọ̀tọ̀. Ní báyìí, o lè ra HD decoder, dish àtowó ìwòran oṣù kan ìpele DSTV compact fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà. Jẹ́ gbádùn ìkànnì ìwòran tó ju márùndínlógóje lọ pẹ̀lú eré ìdárayá bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá tó kà màmá bíbí Naija, eré oníṣe WWE, ìyẹn ìjà ike àgbáyé, martial arts, ìyẹn eré ìdárayá tìpátìkúùkù àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Yan ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá bí o bá ṣe fẹ́ lẹ́dínwó pẹ̀lú àǹfààní Biggie Goals promo. Fún ìgbà díẹ̀ làǹfààní yóò fi wá o, kò ní pẹ́ tán. DSTV, àkókò rẹ ni.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, getting set for another day. Another chance to change my story. I believe in my hustle. I know be lazy person. But life is just been knock me boost. If it don't close, I go find another. If I fall down, I go try to recover. If it ever walk me, I know they bother. Cause I believe say I go surely prosper. You don't get that shit won't be. We move. No matter what they say, we move. Hey, we move. Hey, we move. Hey, we move.
Whatever life brings, we move. Turn up your dreams. MTN, everywhere you go.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
FM 94.9 Break it on newspaper review. It's the Friday edition, so thank God it's another beautiful Friday. My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE.
And my name is GBEMISOla. SOYEMI. Thank you for joining us again. You can join us live on YouTube and live on Facebook, 32FM 949 Ibadan. 32FM 949 Ibadan. You can drop your comments or your questions there. I would get to read them out later on the show. And of course, we are joined by our analyst this morning, Austin Idumo. Good morning to you, Austin. Good morning to you, Austin.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. To have you, Austin Idumo.
Hello, Tayo, baby, good morning.
We can hear you. Good morning to you.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start from Daily Trust. Buhari criminals won't go unpunished. That's from Daily Trust. President Buhari has expressed sadness over brutal killing of
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can. Citizens, including a vigilante leader and head of Dabna, a village in Dugwaba, Hong local government area of Adamawa State. President Buhari, while reacting to the incident which happened on Wednesday, said this level of inhumanity and recklessness and disregard for the sanctity of life cannot go unpunished. So we have his assurance here from Daily Trust. President Buhari, criminals won't go unpunished.
All right, and still, let's quickly talk about Ogoni cleanup and the Niger Deltans. This is on Daily Post. Ogoni cleanup, Niger Deltans unable to drink fish. Lawmakers cry out. 3 years into the cleanup of the Ogoni land, people of the affected communities in the Niger Delta are unable to drink water from rivers or fish. This was revealed at the House of Representatives Committee hearing. The Director General of National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, Idris Musa, who appeared before the Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations, was unable to give a timeline for communities to start enjoying the land once more. Austin, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm there, but I barely can hear you.
Oh, okay. Maybe we keep trying then.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Can you hear us loud and clear too?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right, great. Another headline here from the Guardian newspaper. Youths protest as bandits kidnap 15 nursing mothers, elderly, but we have an assurance from Mr. President. I read that earlier. Criminals won't go unpunished. President Buhari.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on, Austin.
Hello.
All right, let's just do the headlines. We'll try and connect with Austin.
Okay, similar to that, suspected Fulani herdsmen on Tuesday night invaded Kibori villages, Zangon Kataf local government area of Kaduna, and allegedly killed a family of 4 persons. The assailants were said to have attacked only the affected house, killed all its occupants, and escaped before any form of assistance could reach the victims. Suspected herdsmen allegedly killed family of 4 in southern Kaduna.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, Austin.
Okay.
Yes. Did you
The
get the...
president has said that we will no longer tolerate attack on the country. Hello, are you there?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, the president has said he will no longer tolerate attack on the country, reacting to the attack that happened in Dapna, a community in Adamawa State that is very close to the home state of the secretary to the government of the federation. That attack is becoming one too many. And if you look at it, the president repeatedly has made this comment, and up to now, we have not been able to find a solution to this particular issue of insurgency taking over communities. And if you look at the report critically, this community is a farming community, which means we are in a serious crisis as far as food security is concerned in the country. Because when a community that is only into farming is it's not go well, and the government will have to do more by ensuring that lives and property of the people are safe. We can't continue to have a situation where all that the president will do in this situation is to merely react to the issue by condemning it and making vow or commitments that these people will be defeated. But up to now, that is serving as a major threat. There are so many communities that can't go back to farm, which is their primary means of livelihood. And we know the overall implication of that on the country food issue.
All right, Austin, let's quickly come back home. And since we are still talking in line with the security and insecurity from this part of the country, we have to mention Sunday Igboho. Igboho drags federal government before Abuja court, demands release of detained aides. Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, has approached the Federal High Court, Abuja, for the release of his aides arrested by operatives of the Department of State Services at his house in the Soka area of Ibadan on July 1st. Counsel for the Yoruba Nation agitator, Chief Yomi Aliyu, told The Punch that he had filed an action before the Federal High Court in Abuja for the release of the 13 persons arrested. He did not give the details of the suit, but he said a spokesman for Igboho had issued a statement on Wednesday that the DSS did not allow lawyers to see Igboho's aides in its custody. And I think we also took this sometime yesterday about the report that these guys, these aides of his, are not allowed to see their lawyers. And now the federal government has been dragged to court. Do we see this suit holding any, should I say, water at this point?
Yes, I think it's a good one that the lawyers, rather than just making statements on the pages of newspaper, have decided to go to the court. I support whatever legal means to get grievances known. So going to court is one of the windows that can be explored by ensuring that the fundamental human rights of those that have been held are preserved. And don't also forget, it will serve as opportunity to also test our laws. The DSS have carried out that particular evasion, but I do not actually see the legal sense behind not allowing those who have been arrested to have access to their lawyers. Whatever the case may be, even in extreme cases, they are supposed to be allowed access to their lawyer, which is part of their fundamental human rights. They must be represented to argue their case and to prove their innocence. don't forget the federal government cannot also just put them in incarceration. They have to also show cause. The federal government has accused them that they have stockpiled arms, accused their principal, and those that are found within the premises were arrested. If you have actually done that, you should allow them representation by way of allowing them to have access to their lawyers, so that whatever the case may be, I do not also think that the federal government should keep them or the DSS should keep them forever. Let them be charged to court. And if you are charging them to court, you must allow them access to their legal representation. So I think it's enough that matter has actually been dragged to, the federal government has actually been dragged to court. So let's see how it goes at the end of the day.
And okay. We know that within the ambit of the law, if you want to operate within the ambit of the law, you have 24 to 48 hours to even charge people in custody to court. Do you have any idea if these aides of Sunday Igboho have actually been charged to court yet?
Of course, they have not been charged to court. They have merely been arrested. We expect the federal government to have done that within the confines of the law at the appropriate and the stipulated time. That has not been done. So if the federal government is going to do that, how can you take people to court without their lawyer not be represented by their lawyers? So that would be most unfortunate, and that is not within the confines of the rule of law as far as democracy is concerned. So let them be allowed access to their lawyers, charge them to court as a matter of urgency. Let them prove their innocence, that, they were not part of the team that stockpiled harm or whatever the case may be. But the truth of the matter is that whichever way, the federal government has to follow due process.
That means the federal government is not, is disobeying the Constitution. And if that's the case, then with all these happenings around and denying them access to lawyers, does that mean the federal government has something under the carpet?
Well, this is not the first time. This particular administration has been particularly notorious for flagrant disregard for the rule of law. Look at the case of Ezazaki, for example. Look at the case of Dasuki before he eventually was allowed to go. There are so many cases like that and instances wherein this particular administration has disregarded the Constitution expressly. So this will not be the first time, and I don't also think it will be the last time. But the truth of the matter is that since the president has sworn to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to uphold it and to do according to what that is written here, I think in situations like this, rule of law should be the watchword, which is premised on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. No matter how grievous these offenses are, they are not personal offenses. They are not offenses against President Muhammadu Buhari. They are not offenses against the government. They could be classified as offenses against the state. And the state is governed by a set of law, which is the Constitution. So let it not be personal. Let it not be based on sentiment or political reasons. Let the federal government always and at every point in time follow the due process.
All right, let's look at this particular headline. Loretta Onoche appears before Senate panel, says she's no longer partisan. And she even described herself as Madam Due Process. Of course, we know that many have asked Mr. President to withdraw the nomination on grounds of, that Ms. Onoche is partisan, and it will be undemocratic for her to be appointed into such an office. Is she being planted into INEC?
Hello?
Hello, Austin. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, I can't really hear Tayo.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, great. So I was talking about Loretta Onoche, who Mr. President has nominated for the position of National Commissioner of INEC. And, of course, people said this should not happen, that she's partisan, and that it would be undemocratic for her to be appointed into such an office.
Yes, I think it is quite unfortunate that the National Assembly, the Senate now, has gone ahead to clear Loretta Onoche. It's an aberration as far as the law is concerned, because in the fourth schedule of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it is quite clear of the criteria. The law says that INEC shall be made up of a chairman, which shall be the chief electoral officer, with 12 national commissioners. Those 12 national commissioners, the criteria is that they must not be partisan and they must not be of questionable integrity. But in this case, Loretta Onoche is CDA to Mr. President, is the senior special assistant to Mr. President on new media. And we have seen her role. She has been very vocal and active. So she's a member of the ruling party. I think this is the high time the National Assembly helps Nigerians to preserve the institution of INEC. We must report credibility back to INEC if we don't want the integrity and the credibility of INEC to be questioned. I think this appointment should be sent down. If Loretta Onoche is rejected by the Senate, I don't think the nation stands to lose anything. So for the principle of equity and fair play, Loretta Onoche denied yesterday that she has been a member or she's still a member of the APC. She said she has stopped being a member of APC since 2019 after the president won a re-election. But we have seen some of the comments made by her precisely June 24 last year, a day before Oshomole was suspended. Oshomole-led National Working Committee was suspended. So I don't think we are doing things the proper way. INEC should not be polarized, and the government must preserve the integrity of INEC by ensuring that people that are nominated to hold office within the commission are people who do not have any political affiliation. In the case of Loretta Onoche, apart from being a politician and a current aide to Mr. President, the law states that such a fellow must not be a politician, must not be partisan. And we have seen the role of Loretta Onoche in the period under review, that she has always been partisan. What do you expect of an aide to the president or aide to the governor, for example? I think we should not make mockery of our democracy by, at all costs, ensuring that our loyalists make it to INEC. The name INEC is Independent National Electoral Commission. How independent will INEC be if we have situations where politicians, those that are currently holding office within the government, are nominated into such office? I think it will do us no good as a country. So in my view, I feel that it will be one of the greatest disservices if the Nigerian Senate at the end of the day goes ahead to clear Onoche and she be nominated as INEC commissioner. It will be very unfortunate, and that will affect the credibility of the elections going forward. And INEC will not have a say to say that we are truly independent. If we have somebody who is still within the Aso Rock Villa nominated into the board of INEC, that would be too bad.
And Austin, with the screening that started yesterday and how it is going, people have this idea that this current National Assembly answers to the presidency. So with this current or with this ongoing the screening exercise now, does it look like the National Assembly will bow to what Nigerians are saying as against what Loretta Onoche has said herself, which is that she is not into partisan politics?
Well, I doubt if the National Assembly will serve the interest of the country. I think the current situation now is that she has been cleared. Because if you look at that committee yesterday, Kabiru Gaya, the chairman of the committee, and Senator Bamidele, they rose up to defend the nomination and the candidature of Loretta Onoche. There is hardly anything that goes in the country without us mixing it with politics. These are members of the ruling party. They came on board to defend that nomination, which I think is unfortunate. So I do not think in this case that Senate will lead the public outcry of Nigerians. That has always been the way. Nigerians have always been sustained by those that we have elected to represent us for political and economic reasons. So that is the level where we find ourselves. So I doubt, according to your question, whether the Senate will do the bidding of Nigeria in this case.
All right, let's look at this story on COVID-19. Nigeria records first case of most transmissible Delta variant. Have you seen the headline? Hello?
Hello, yes, the question again.
Nigeria records first case of most transmissible Delta variant. That's on COVID-19.
Yes, the Delta variant currently by the United Nations is the most transmissible variant. And unfortunately, that has been recorded in the country. And I feel we need to step up again. That's the truth of the matter. We have let off the gas. We are really not doing anything to mitigate the possible effects of COVID-19 again. It looks as if life has become normal with us. That is the way it looks like. In our various public gatherings, worship centers, public places, and what have you. It's only me and my wife now that put on nose mask in our church. People look at us as if we have been through extremism as far as COVID is concerned. People will only challenge you and say, oh, why are you putting on nose mask? There's something like coronavirus again. We must be very careful because we do not have the structure in terms of health facilities to be able to address the situation. In South Africa, for example, where this variant has been discovered and is prevalent, in the last 1 week, South Africa recorded over 200,000 cases. And they had this, because of this variant, they recorded over 20,000 cases within 24 hours. Over 20,000 cases within 24 hours. So that is great. We can't be able to manage that as a country. So we must be very careful. I also read a statement by the Oyo State government yesterday, the task force on COVID-19, that we must continue with our guard. In Oyo State, there is no control measure. The government has not really done enough to be able to checkmate the people. It is business as usual. If you put on your nose mask, for example, you are the odd man house. So I think we should go back to that basis where we have to protect ourselves and also ensure that others are protected. The World Health Organization has not told us that coronavirus is a thing of the past. So let's continue to maintain physical distancing and ensure that we wash our hands very well and also use alcohol-based sanitizer and wear nose mask. It is pertinent and important that we emphasize that. We don't necessarily have to put people in prison, but let the government do the needful by ensuring that people adhere strictly to these guidelines. And charity must begin at home.
Right.
Those in government too, in the conduct of their activities and businesses, must also lead by example. Okay. Look at the NIMC, for example. We see people crowded in their offices, wanting to get SIM registration, NIM SIM leakage, and what have you. It is in time at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Let the federal government lead by example by ensuring that those precautionary measures as a result of policies and programs are strictly adhered to.
All right. Thank you, Austin. And quickly before we proceed on a break, let's take a look at the story. Police AIG probe outcome will determine Mago's promotion eligibility. Presidency. The presidency on Thursday said that President Muhammadu Buhari has no hand in the promotion exercise of the police that declined the promotion of former acting chairman of the EFCC, that's Ibrahim Mago. There were insinuations in some quarters that President Buhari was pushing for the promotion of former acting chairman of the EFCC who has been under probe over allegations of misuse of his office. Now, the presidency has said that it has no hand and that they're still waiting for reports from the investigations that have been carried out regarding the probe.
Yes, at the end of the day, the list was released yesterday. Mago didn't make that list, but we must take it clearly as far as law is concerned. It is the Police Service Commission that is strictly mandated and in charge of discipline, promotion, and recruitment of officers within the Nigerian police. So I do not think that ordinarily should have had anything to do with the president. but we have pillars that the president was pushing for his promotion. If mango has been so good and fantastically well too, why then was he removed from office? That would be like rubbing it on our face as Nigerians. Because it is this government that brought mango, and they told us at the time that it is only mango that can do the job in the whole country. Now the same government brought allegation against mango because he has been used and they want to dump him. They brought allegation against him and he has been removed from office. Weighty and every allegation is still hanging on his neck. How can we then talk about promoting him to the next rank? A lot of people are still of the opinion that let the report, the outcome of the panel be made public, and let him be appropriately charged. But from the look of things now, it seems as if the Attorney General of the Federation only wanted Magu to be out of the way. They only wanted him out of EFCC. That is what it's looking like. It is about 8 months now that that report has been submitted. What has come out of that report? If there are allegations of suppression of high-profile corruption cases, then let it be thrown open. Let it be charged before the court of law. But I see it as a way the other EFCC chairman has gone in the history of the country. Look at Nuhu Ribadu, for example. He was later charged to the code of conduct. And at the end of the day, the case never saw the light of the day.
All right.
So let's just keep our fingers crossed. But the government has come out to maintain a position that it is not within the purview of the presidency to push for who should be promoted to the next rank in the Nigerian police force.
So
it is the business of the Police Service Commission. Let us just hold it there.
All right. So even Bauer shouldn't be too comfortable. Well, Austin, just before we let you go on the program today, we have this headline here from the Guardian newspaper. But let me first ask you, do you eat dog or dog meat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the latest adoption, you discover that.
No, Austin, I'm not sure you got my question. I'm not talking abduction here. I'm talking about dog meat. Do you eat dog meat?
You are talking about.
Okay. So Bimi can help me out.
Okay. He asked if you eat dog meat.
If
dog meat. On a lighter note, dog meat.
Dog meat.
Yes.
There are some people who love it so much. I don't know.
Do you eat it?
I'm not a fan of that.
Okay, so this might not affect you.
I know of friends that use it for pepper soup. Deliciously, they say.
So this headline might not affect you. Thousands signed petition to stop the consumption of dog meat in Nigeria. Have you seen that headline?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay. Do you have anything to say?
Well, let's see how that goes. I know some people will protest this at the end of the day because you can't entirely prohibit that. Like the saying goes, one man's meat is another man's poison. So nobody should prohibit the consumption of anything that is edible in the country.
Thank you, Austin.
For those who love it, they will always have their way. If I have dog in my compound and that I want to kill and eat, how would the Lord know that I have a dog in my compound? Of course, it has become like for security reasons and for commercial purposes, except for the local dog. Because you can't invest in Australian dog or that German Shepherd breed, and you say you want to use it for pepper soup. It's not possible, except for the local breed.
Thank you, Austin Idumo,
Thank you
for your time.
Thank you.
All right. I can't even imagine it. I have an Alsatian in Bible.
And I don't,
but I feel that, like you said, should we ban, the killing of dog or eating dog meat in this country? Even what we eat, that's the cow and some other things that we eat. These things, the killing of these things and eating of these things are prohibited in certain parts of the country, country and the world.
Definitely.
And the world too. So I think, well, let's see how it goes. Dog meat.
They said
it's barbaric.
They said it has become so, the trade has become so prosperous that dogs are taken from neighboring countries and transported in Nigeria to maintain the country's growing demand.
I'm telling you, that's interesting. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll take calls.
Every day we dey grind, traffic everywhere. The hustle must continue, but not on an empty stomach.
Try the new Gala Classic today. It's bigger, meatier, and tastier. All for 100 Naira only. Gala Classic. More to fuel your hustle.
It's almost here, guys. We are finally a week away from finding out who our next Nigerian Idol will be. Season 6 of Nigerian Idol has been magical, from the auditions all the way to the top 2. There's been a lot of excitement to fill up our Sunday night thanks to Africa Magic DSTV and GoTV. It was a roller coaster ride of emotions on the Sunday live show as we witnessed an amazing performance, first by the top 8 contestants who left the show, then followed by our top 3 contestants. Sadly, Akuna's time on the Nigerian Idol stage ended. We now have a fierce battle between our top 2, Francis and Kingdom. And now the question is, who will be the next Nigerian Idol? It's time to get behind your favorites with your vote. Text vote and your favorite contestant number to 32053 on Airtel, MTN or 9 mobile lines. Each SMS costs 30 Naira. You can also vote for free on www.africamagic.tv/Nigerian Idol and get up to 100 votes. For DSTV and GoTV subscribers, your favorites will be counting on you too. Simply download the My DSTV and My GoTV app on your Android and iOS phones and get a woo vote of up to 2,500 free votes. The higher your subscription, the more votes you get. So upgrade today and get those additional votes for either Francis or Kingdom. Remember, voting is already on and runs till Thursday night. Make sure you're voting for your Season 6 winner. It's a fierce battle now between Francis and Kingdom, but the power is in your hands as fans and viewers. Using SMS, the website, mobile site, and My DSTV or My GoTV apps. Tune in to catch all the excitement from the final live show to find out who our winner will be this Sunday at 7 p.m. on Africa Magic channels on DSTV and GoTV. Make sure you stay connected so you don't miss this special finale show of Nigerian Idol Season 6. Nigerian Idol Season 6 is proudly sponsored by Techno Mobile and Biggie Drinks.
Titan Farms, Titan Rice, Nigeria. Homemade rice with good price. I don't want correct rice. Titan when you get stone at all. Titan rice, better rice. Titan, you go buy your own. Titan rice.
Oh yes, Titan Rice is a non-mushy, non-sticky and no-stone Nigerian-made rice. Titan Rice is available for nationwide distribution. For inquiry, please call 0906-007-9714 or visit our website via www.titanfarms.org. You can also earn a fortune by investing with Titan Farms today and earn great returns on your investment. Incredible, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Visit our office today at Titan Farms House, opposite Motor Dealers Association car lot, Akala Express, off New Garage, Ibadan. Titan Rice, a product of Titan Farms.
Better rice, Titan, you go buy your own. Titan rice.
32 FM
94.9.
FM 94.9, broke it on. Newspaper review. Time now to take your calls, dear listener. 009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm John Jacob. Thank you for the program, and I want to talk about Sunday Igboho case against DSS is in order in a democratic organization. You see, detaining the suspect without trial amounts to reducing to oneself the absolute knowledge of problem and solution. And this executive rascality can only be checked by the court. On the rest of Noche, Austin Idima, that if that woman had been finally confirmed from what I watched yesterday. But despite that, confirming her as a commissioner, despite overwhelming evidence that she cannot be said to be non-partisan, ahead 2023 elections shows lack of credibility trailing the 2023 general election. I'm John Njoku. Thank you.
Thank you, John and Joko, for your call. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
Bishop from Oyo.
Let's have your headline.
Now, I want to say this. Why blaming federal government for every problem you have in Nigeria? See about insecurity. I know federal government have failed us. Because there are some collaborators among us. Citizens. They are giving information to these criminals. They are helping these criminals. We should please help ourselves. Number two, about these, what do you call it?
Is it Loretta?
19. Our state government should help us. Put more measures again. Put more laws so that things will not be like that of South Africa. Finally, Tayo, please give us more information about Oyo State. Have a nice day.
Thank you. 0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, Tayo. This is Ondasharon.
Yes.
Concerning all the problems we are facing in this country, I want to ask a question. Do we really put national interest in mind ahead of our political interest? That is why we are carrying it wrong. We don't love ourselves. There's no love. Effect is on me. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Okay, yeah, this is Abe. I'm calling from Mania.
All right.
The problem in Nigeria, I know very soon, things with all this nonsense will fizzle out. But the only thing is, as I always say, let us put God first in anything we do now. God is the only way out of this problem we are facing now. It's not that the Buhari is the problem. No, we don't have Buhari as a problem in this country. We ourselves, as citizens, each and every one of us have our own particular problem, which is contributing to this problem we are facing now. So let us, in one voice, this time call upon God for Nigeria, for peace to reign in Nigeria, instead of blaming Buhari every time. Have a nice day, my brother and sister over there.
Thank you, and you too. God has to use somebody. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, God bless you. Forgive me for me, but I think people tend to forget that once the head is bad, the whole body is bad. We continue to blame the federal government, or most of the problems that are arising are coming from them. Once a leader is not doing the right thing, the followers will follow suit. That is the problem. That's the purpose of leadership. We are passing through time of horror now. A popular great analyst said something yesterday. He said that the federal government or the government is supposed to be the people who should bring succor, minds on the faces of people of Nigeria. He said, but it is unfortunate that they are the one unleashing terror on Nigeria through the actions and what they are doing now. You see, what the issue of Onoche, it is morally right not to have that person. But they decided and deliberately want to put the person there so that they can do what they like. That is why people are rushing to APC. They know they have the power to do what they like during the election, which should not be the Kano and the whatever. Why can't they be holding people without trying them in the law court?
All right, thank you. Even Colonel Abubakar Omar says President Buhari should be blamed for all of these agitations currently going on in the country, and that he has seriously mismanaged our diversity. Let's take more calls. Let's see. 009 7000 949.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alaja Salah from Coca-Cola. Hello, Tayo.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So, on Loretta or Noche, I think the federal government, the government of APC, are seriously planning on how to reach 2023 general election. Everybody I said some time ago that if you want to become the next president, anybody that wants to become the next president should come the camp to APC. And by extension, if you want to be governor, you want to get appointment in 2023, federal level at the state level, come to APC. And they have demonstrated that before when the former national chairman, in person of Oshiomhole, said that once you become to APC, your sins have been forgiven. And we have been seeing that. God help us. And on security.
Okay. Let's give some other persons a chance to also contribute. We are pressed for time. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Tayo, good morning, John.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Tayo, I just want to analyze something for you now. See, when a cow is moving, somebody will be in the front, somebody will be in the back. So, and that cow will be moving the direction of their leader. That is how it is. We will blame our leaders because what they lead us, that is how we are going to follow. But Tayo, let me tell you, I eat dog. Dog is very, very sweet.
Thank you very much. These are the dog meat advocates.
Angelo Kili. All right. Let's take this one. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you, sir. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right.
On the issue of what I just said, that Sunday go is suing federal government on the people that has been detained. I think as at now, Sunday should try as far as sorry to be quiet. You see, he is already a fugitive. He has been declared wanted. So, to me personally, I think it's time for activists to come out and rescue those people. But for somebody to be saying this and that, I think he should try as far as possible to rescue.
He's not the one. Mr. Falodun. It was the lawyer, not Sunday Igbo himself, the lawyer.
No, according to what you said Sunday Igbo,
his lawyer represents
on the people detained. That's what I heard. See? So to me personally, I think he should go into hiding as at now. Let us look for political solution to his problem. But by the time he started, continue to be fighting. He is trying to he's chewing what he cannot swallow. That's the reason to me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. He's been represented by his lawyer. So when his lawyer talks, we usually would say he's talking. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is John Olarewaju from Ado.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, anybody that wanted to blame himself for the problem of Nigeria, let him go ahead and blame himself. Not that the same Nigeria should blame himself. After Nigerians have given their vote to Mr. President, he has promised the Nigerians that this is what he's going to do. And you fail to do it. So Nigeria has do their own part. Why the president failed to do his own part? We are talking about insecurity and economy. Am I the one that is in charge of the insecurity and the economy? Am I the one that presented the name of Loretta to the House of Assembly, the woman that we all know on the Twitter, that we always backing the APC and Mr. President, and somebody now say I should be blame myself? Never. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you and good morning to you too. Let's take this one last call.
I think it's time we respected our diversity as a nation. Yes, hello.
Morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
It's okay. On Loretta, we all know what she's been doing. We know what we hear from her. And I don't think that should be an issue. We know where she will stand as she has been cleared. She has been cleared by the National Assembly. And what they are simply telling us is that there is nothing we can do about it. And I think it's not right. They are not doing things the way it ought to be. The woman is partisan. She has always been partisan. And up to today, she is still Mr. President, except if she has resigned. I think things are not working right. Good morning.
Good morning and thank you very much. Okay. Before the Twitter ban, we know some very popular names on Twitter and how they are always throwing their weight behind the present administration. So,
when lawlessness goes on with impunity, what can you say? The last caller there said it, right? So what can you do?
Okay, before we step out, Oyo State Task Force, COVID-19 Task Force, has warned that the virus is still very much within the society. So the state government is warning that people should please take actions. Okay, there's the initiative called Own Your Action. Oya, own your action. So please, let's all take responsibility because charity begins at home. So please keep yourself safe. Use your sanitizers. Don't throw them. I think a lot of people have already thrown the sanitizers somewhere under the carpet. So please go back to making use of them. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Thank God it's Friday and enjoy your day.
My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Good morning to you once again.
ShopRite's Big Red Carnival is back, and this year we're big on low prices, big on savings, with great deals on products like 3 PET bottles of Fiber Life 780 or 850 ml fruit juices at 999 naira 99 kobo each, and buy 2 sachets of 450 gram Nestle Golden Morn cereal at 1,299 naira 99 kobo.
Plus, you could stand to win 50% off your grocery shopping. Simply buy 3 participating products to qualify with ShopRite's Big Red Carnival. T's and C's apply.
Prices valid till the 11th of July 2021. ShopRite. Lower prices you can trust always.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́rìndínlógún.
Ọ̀rẹ́, èmi ló dé tó ń fọ́kúlò rẹ.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́tàdínlógún.